Good morning. Welcome to week 3 of the NFRL Bristol Motor Speedway. 150 laps today. Teams are on the track for practice. Right now, Jacksonville Jaguars are the quickest team. Getting everything dialed in. Some fast times here today. 13.8, 136 to 140 miles an hour. You can see there he's averaging about, well, probably about 130. But right now in the AFC conference, we still have 4 teams that are undefeated after last week. Cleveland Browns, Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots, and Kansas City Chiefs are still 2-0. In the NFC, we have the Minnesota Vikings, New Orleans Saints, New York Giants, and that's it for the NFC. 3 teams still remain undefeated in their weekly races. This week we have, let's check out our schedule here. Week 3, we have the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers, the Indianapolis Colts with the Baltimore Ravens, Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns, Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions, New Orleans Saints, the Green Bay Packers, Houston Texans, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Denver Broncos versus the Miami Dolphins, the Chargers versus the Vikings, New England Patriots and the New York Jets, Buffalo Bills and Washington Commanders, Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks, Dallas Cowboys taking on the Arizona Cardinals, Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs, Pittsburgh Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders, Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. How you doing, Chris? Welcome to the stream. Come to watch some racing, football racing, I guess you could call it. Got about 8.5 minutes left in practice. Jumped on out here to check out some of the other action. Los Angeles Chargers are taking over the top spot. Jeffrey, how you doing, man? Let's find your Bills team for you. See, they're right in the middle of the field right now. Car 32. Oh, look at they got taken out by the San Francisco 49ers. That is the first time I've ever seen that in practice. Teams bumping and banging in practice. Really working that wheel over. Might have done a little, I don't think it would have done any damage. Looks like he just tapped the backside. How you guys doing this morning? I'm all nice and stuffy, perfect for an early morning broadcast, right? There's my Seattle Seahawks right up there. Sawing on that wheel. And you got my wife's team. We have weekly competitions to see who's the fastest out of our cars. She's a New York Giants fan. So I gave her car the number 5 because her birthday's in May, which is the 5th month, and mine's the Seattle Seahawks, which is November for my birthday. That's why they got the 11th month. Got just 5 minutes left in practice. We'll jump on into qualifying and get into today's race. How you guys doing this morning? Well, it's morning for me. It's almost noon for you, Jeffrey. Next week we will be at Thompson Speedway. It's almost like Martinsville. It's a quick, long straightaway, short turns. Hope this isn't, well, if they win, you never know. I mean, if it's a win for today's game, I'm sure you'd like that. They're playing Washington today. Let's see, where's Buffalo sitting right now in practice? So yeah, they're right in the middle of the field. Washington, oh yeah, Washington's way down here, so. Colt's car was charging it in there hard. I forgot to make myself a list again this week of the actual car numbers. I try to keep this off the screen site, but I got to see which car is which. Yeah, I made a mistake last night. We went to a hockey game, and the air in the arena is like really dry. They keep the humidity low, so the ice stays nice and cold. And I always forget that I get dehydrated when I'm there. Got a little stuffy this morning. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure the heater ran all night. It was like 50 degrees. Oh, we don't want the pace car. So I'm thinking what I might do is get it set up so where I'll do like a separate scene in OBS, so where I can make it to where I can keep the outside things up, but I'll shrink the view area down so you guys don't see that. I was so mad the other night, my OBS on my other computer just went berserk right before I was supposed to go live for OCRP. And I had to, took me like a half hour to get it all fixed. Hey Speedy, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you guys all for coming in, hanging out. Got about 1 minute left in practice, and then we'll jump over to qualifying in the race. See where we're sitting right now. The Charger's still on top. Saw these guys getting ready to go 3 wide. I'm like, that's not a good idea here. Oh, it definitely has here. We had some of our ski resorts had snow last week. We had one of them that's just a little ways, maybe 20 miles from us, that picked up like 3-4 inches of snow at the very top of their resort. But yeah, it's been getting, I think our high this week, tomorrow is supposed to be like 82, and then it's in the 70s and lows in the 50s all week. But it's really good for up around here, though. It's a beautiful area up in the mountains and stuff like that. Have to get out and take some pictures this year. All right, that's going to do it for practice. You see there we got the Chargers up on top with the Jaguars, and everybody just disappears. Chargers up on top with the Jaguars, Ravens, Packers, and Buccaneers rounding out the top 5. Let's jump over here to qualifying. Let's find Arizona Cardinals are usually the first one out. There we go. See what they pull for their first time. 14.286. The Rams were last week's quick qualifier, currently on top of 14.454. I don't think that will last, but you never know. No, dude, I hate my voice. Is that going to do it? The Rams pull off another qualifying pole position for this week. That'd be 2 in a row. Looks like that's what's going to happen. Pittsburgh Steelers were week 1's qualifier at... Yep. That will do it for qualifying. Let's go ahead and kick over to the race and be back in just a second with your starting lineup. Looks like I had qualifying set upside down, so the Rams were actually the last place car. So let's go ahead and jump in, get our starting lineup going here. All right, starting off on our first row on the pole, we have the Denver Broncos and the Minnesota Vikings. Row 2, we got the New York Giants and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Back on row 3, the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Row 4 is the Houston Texans and the Green Bay Packers. Back on row 5, we got the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Row 6, we got the Carolina Panthers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Row 7, we got the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Commanders. Row 8 is the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts. Row 9, we got the Buccaneers and the Bills. Row 10, we got the Cleveland Browns and Dallas Cowboys. Row 11, the New England Patriots and the Detroit Lions. On row 12, the Tennessee Titans and the LA Chargers. Row 13, we got the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. On 14, we had the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Row 15 is the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals. And coming up on the final row, we have the Los Angeles Rams and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jump back here to the... Go ahead and kick off the field. And let's get racing. Get 2 pace laps in and then take the green. Make sure they have the correct amount of air in their tires. That's good. Problem is I don't like to talk. Now these cars are designed up in the actual color schemes of the teams. I went to a website that gives off the hex color codes from the teams, so these are legit colors. Even though some of them look like they should be adjusted a little bit. A little bit of wiggling the hands there, I guess. Nervous for the start. We'll just say, okay, pace car's off, coming around, taking the green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Race 3's underway. Broncos jumping off to an early lead coming off, but we found out through practice the outside lane is the quicker of the 2 lanes once the tires get warmed up. Looks like Vikings are just going to hold their spot out there for a little bit. There they go. Time to make the move. Broncos say, nope, not today. That didn't last for long. Vikings take the top spot. Broncos in second with the Giants in third. Looks like Jacksonville out there in fourth and Kansas City in fifth. Jacksonville has come up and taken the top spot away from the Broncos. Oops, wrong camera. jump back here and look a little bit of the action through the field. Cars getting pretty well spread out. 150 laps. I used to do this a long time ago, before it became iRacing Speedy, and it was NASCAR, I believe it was NASCAR 2003 from Papyrus. They were the ones that started this before it became iRacing. I used to do it with them back in like 2005 till probably about 2012. I ran full NFL seasons with that game, I should say. I used to have my own little website I made up, and I put everything on there. But I decided, once I found out I could do AI racing on here, I decided to do it on here. I also have the, I'm going to be starting a hockey league for the NHL. I also have the NBA and the Major League Baseball set up to do leagues with them. Oh, we got them 3 wide here with the Jets. Looks like the Jets, Chargers, and Falcons down there. That, surprised that lasted. That normally don't do well here. I tried to make this race long enough that we might see a pit stop or have to do a pit stop or so, but I don't want to make them too long, but I don't want to make them too short, that they're just not chances for any excitement in them. Got them 3 wide there with I know the track we'll be at next week, Thompson Speedway, during the preseason. One of the preseason races, we had a 14-car pileup coming back to a restart, I believe it was. So maybe we'll see some bumping and banging and crashing next week. Back to our leader. Our leader, focus. There, now it went back to the leader. Minnesota Vikings up ahead with a half-second lead over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lap 23 of 150. I did see that, and it comes just like gushing out. What cracks me up is you don't realize when you're watching the race how bad the wind was there when they were doing that. Because when that water comes spraying up out of the track, it just, the wind blowing it away. You're like, holy crap, there must have been like a 40-mile-an-hour wind or something blowing on it. I like the reaction of Joey Logano when he sees that on the camera, like, oh my God. Turn up the sound of the game just a little bit. Get the engine's a little louder. See how it sounds now. some little different camera views here. Right off the nose of the car. Whose car are we chasing here? We are with the Baltimore Ravens. A little squirrely there. Oh, big accident. Wait a minute, we didn't get a yellow? We didn't get a What's going on here? I didn't hear the call for a yellow. I'm not sure what is happening here, guys. Where's the pace car? Why is not the pace car out on the track? Why did we not get a yellow flag?
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
That does not make sense. That was a massive crash. How did they not throw a yellow on that? I just don't understand that. Let's go see if we can go back and see what happened here. That was huge. How could you not throw a caution on that? See if we can pick up where the crash was at here. Go to a further, let's go to our blimp cam. Oh, right there. I got it. That would be the Cleveland Browns. Looks like they might have got up into the wall. Let's find quite a few cars piled up in this. They're stuck right there. I think that, yeah, they come around. There should have been caution, slowed everybody down. They're just locking it up. Everybody's piling in there. Holy crap. Let's see who we got in this. We got Cleveland. Seattle made it up. We got the Packers, Broncos, 49ers, Jaguars, Saints, Giants. There's the Bills. Your team's caught up in there, Jeffrey. A huge accident here coming into the turn. I don't know how that did not throw a yellow, but they're still trying to race and get through everything. Just throwing the Patriots upside down on their lid right there. So just get out of my way. Giants said, we're coming through. Oh, they rode up over the tire of the Giants car. Still hitting him. Yeah, don't ask me how that didn't get a caution. Then you see the front of his car's tore up there a little bit. Bent. Now, if you know what iRacing, these teams don't have a fast repair. Normally, you can give them fast repairs. I've been allowing that last 2 weeks, but I decided no. If they get an issue, they got to deal with what happens, and so I took their fast repair away. So let's find our pace car here. Got the Detroit Lions right there behind them, currently in top spot, which is odd to see, but anything can happen in these races. Getting ready to go back to restart. Let's check the standings, see. Let's say things go quick here. We got teams 1, 2, 13 teams. How do they get that? Doesn't make sense. How did 6 laps run by that quick? Four. Interesting. I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch that a little bit, see
Green, green, green.
see what happened there. But that took out quite a few teams. Looks like we got teams still sitting in the pit. There's the Giants. Quite a few teams that are not on the track at the moment. Were their cars too damaged? Yeah, see, I think all of these guys are out of the race for some reason. That's interesting. I'll have to go back and find out exactly what happened. We don't have many cars left on the track. Maybe I'll have to leave that fast repair in and just give them one, so if they go through one incident, they can get back on. I say I'm really not sure why it shows them down that many laps, because it showed the one car here. Panthers down 12 laps. I know they didn't whip off 5 and 6 laps around the track while I was under caution. Yeah, I know it, but it just seems like that was way too many for the little bit of time that we took to go back and look at the accident. Unless for some reason I clicked one of the wrong buttons right here and I wasn't on the actual lap I should have been on. So I'm not 100% sure what happened there, but that just seems odd to me. But that would put the Baltimore Ravens currently in the top, or Houston Texans currently in the top spot. Thought I heard some more bumping and banging. Got the Giants back out on the track. Looks like teams might be taking it a little bit easier right now. Hey Mexican, how you doing? Welcome in, thanks for stopping by. You missed the big one. We had a massive accident. Took out like 8 cars, 9 cars. See, the Giants are out, so these 3 are still running. These guys here, the Patriots, Packers, Bills, or Patriots, Packers, Broncos, 49ers, Jaguars, Titans, Bills, Chiefs, Chargers, and the Panthers are out of the race. Sorry about that, Jeffrey. It looks like the Bills will not be going 3-0 this week. So yeah, hope it ain't a preview of the game. Oh, we got them going 3 wide here. Gotta get that figured out before they get to the turn. New Orleans Saints and Dallas Cowboys battling. Cowboys pushing up there, up behind the Vikings here. Now the Bills taking on the Commanders this week. The Bills finished 32nd. Oh no, that's their number. Finished 29th. Right now the Commanders are at 19th, so that will give the Commanders a victory this week. No matter how they finish, they could pull off and park right now and still pick up the victory, because the Commanders are out of the race. But that wouldn't be any fun. Looks like we got Seattle up here battling the Texans for the top spot. Seattle's taking on the Carolina Panthers this week. I believe they were out in that accident also. Yep. They finished in last place, so that'll give Seattle the victory this week, as they take over the top spot. I guess they figure if they're up in first place, out of the way of everything, they can't get caught. Well, I mean, you shouldn't be able to get caught up in anything, but who knows, because there was no caution when that last accident happened. Got Baltimore coming back up with a little challenge here. Let's take a look through the field, see what we got. Patriots are back out on the track. They are quite a few laps down. The Chargers are getting back out there. So maybe those teams didn't per se leave the race. They were just out of the view because they were fixing their cars. Got a few of them getting back out on the track. So I don't know how, like in the old days in the game when the car would like go in the pits and disappear, they were out of the race. And maybe they're just doing some work. How are the 49ers doing? They are currently 35 laps down. They were caught up in that accident, and we're probably going to have another one here with these cars coming out of the pits slower. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. If it happens, make sure the caution gets thrown. I don't know why they didn't throw caution for that. That's crazy. Oh, Seattle has fallen back clear to 7th. Don't know what happened to them, but they're losing ground fast. Currently in 6th. That's what I say. It happens fast here on these short tracks. 1 minute you're in the lead, next minute you're in 10th place. Well, San Francisco's taking on the Giants this week, and right now the Giants are sitting in. Giants are in 22nd, and they are, they're only 9 laps down, so yeah. Thinking San Francisco's going to take a loss this week. Now this is the only league that I run off a win-loss basis because of there only being like 18 weeks during the season, so we run 18 races to determine who goes to the playoffs. But on my other leagues like the NHL, Major League Baseball, and the NBA, because there's so many games, I'm going to run them off of a point system. So like, the better you finish, it's going to be the better you finish, the more points you get, like regular racing, and then we'll take the total number of points for each team in each division, and that's where they're going to be in the standings. But I'm still working on trying to get that all figured out. Hopefully be starting the NHL season here soon, because I know preseason's coming on fast. Steelers and Raiders. Our battle up here for the lead between the Houston Texans and Minnesota Vikings. Still battling it out. See a lot of rubber getting down on the track. Really running it hard into those turns there. The Raiders back here in 19th. Giants from 22nd. Few cars still running side by side here. Really gotten thinned out with the cars that have got like 9 cars that were out of the race. I tried to number some of the cars off of like, oh, those two almost got together there. The Browns. Is that the Buccaneers and Browns? Yep, or Bears and the Browns almost got together there. I tried to number some of the cars off of like famous players. Like say the Patriots were number 12. I started doing that, and then I thought, well, this is going to take a little while. So. You're thinking of joining iRacing? I'm going to tell you right now, if you have a wheel and everything, great. It can get pricey. I mean, the subscription base right now is great. When I first joined, I did a 2-year because they had it at like 70% off. I don't have to worry about that till next year. But buying individual tracks, and I would say if you do it, just do the base subscription and learn the tracks they have and see how well you like it. I mean, it's fun. I like racing, so what pissed me off is this last update they did with the dirt. Changed it completely, because I was getting really familiar with the dirt and the way the cars handled and being able to race them. And I don't know what they did, especially with the sprint cars, but I cannot drive them at all now. And it kind of ticks me off because I loved racing the dirt. Like I said, I was getting good at it. I actually pulled my first victory in 305 sprint cars at Knoxville. Got Minnesota taking the lead back up. But yeah, I pulled my first victory at Knoxville on the 305 sprints, and then they changed everything, and I haven't done anything good. I can't even drive the sprint cars anymore. But yeah, if you like racing and something you feel like you are going to continue to do, I would say go for it. Minnesota running a real high line. I don't know if they just went into the corner too high and couldn't get turned. Getting kind of quiet out there on the track, guys. I guess that's the problem when we lost half of or a third of the field in that accident. Which is surprising that the Patriots are back out on the track because they were upside down in the pit lane. Not sure why the other teams didn't get back out on the track. Yeah, I think that's what I paid for it. That might be what I paid for it. But I'm just slowly putting a little bit aside. Oh, we got them bunching up right here. Maybe some lap cars in that group. I'm putting a little bit of money aside so that when the renewal time comes, I'm ready to go. We got cars coming into the pits. Who was that? I missed them, dang it. Who was that in the pits? Was that the Lions? That's the Colts. No, there's the Colts. Yep, that was the Lions coming into the pits. Making a quick pit stop, get some new tires and some fuel. I don't see anybody else in there right now. I said I tried to set the race up long enough that they might have to pit. Mainly these streams are just kind of a, oh yeah, it looks like we got a lot of cars coming in the pits. This could cause some issues, so I will get my yellow flag ready. I don't want to hit it though if they don't have any accidents. says they were pitting, but I don't see them coming in. Maybe this lap. Nope. Says everybody's pitting, but I don't see anybody coming in. Maybe they're all just going to run out of fuel. Minnesota back up in the lead. And none of these guys are coming in, so we'll keep an eye on them just in case somebody spins out trying to come in. (106 of 150 laps in the books. I'm going to take that little caution off of there because I don't want to accidentally hit it and throw a caution if we don't need it. Not sure why it says everybody's pitting but nobody wants to. Oh, I forgot to thank you, Speedy, if you're still here, for sharing my page on your Facebook page. Thank you very much. I forgot to give you a thank you. I appreciate that. I believe I'm currently at 1,182 subs on the channel. Been picking up quite a bit of steam this last few weeks. Yep, 1,182. Thank you guys all for coming. Where's Buffalo? They got taken out in that accident. I believe they are, yeah, they are in, they're going to be in 30th place. They're playing Washington, and Washington's up here in 12th right now. So Washington will pick up the victory, and Buffalo will pick up the loss this week. That'll put them at 2-1, which they still could be in top spot in their division. They were 2-0 after last week. There's 1-1. Minnesota Vikings with a half-second lead over the Texans. See, that's what's confusing right here on this, on the Texans car. You know, I was saying that I use their actual colors. Unless you're down real close, you can't tell that that's a bluish or like a really dark blue. And it almost looks black, and it confuses me with the, that's, I know it looks like total black, but it's dark blue. And it confuses me with the Falcons car because they're the same colors. See, the Falcons are black. Or no, maybe it wasn't the Falcons. But there's another car that looks very similar to them. Minnesota running up high there by the wall. See, now it says the Lions are going to pit. Lap 119. 30 to go, 31 to go. trying to get a link to my Discord thrown up on here, but my phone is giving me issues at the moment. Hopefully that won't be an issue after later today. I'm not happy with the way it's going, so I'm going to go try to get rid of it and turn it in. There we go, that's the link. I'm going to throw it up here in the stream real quick. If you're not a member of the Discord, check it out. Join us, you can find all the stats from the... Oh, we got a challenge for the lead here. Minnesota puts the stop onto it, but you can check out all the stats from the leagues and all the upcoming leagues and everything I do on there. Get this loaded up here real quick and throw the link up in the chat. There we go. Should be a good link. I don't know, I have issues with that too. It's like I put the links on to not expire and all that, and they still do. But if you're not a member of the Discord, go ahead and join up, follow along with this league and other sports, the NFL, the NBA, the Major League Baseball, and NBA will be running leagues. We'll be running them all year long, and they overlap each other sometimes too. Plus my iRacing and all my other games that I do. That's it. Challenge for the lead. These guys are running each other pretty hard, but they are well ahead of third place car. Rams. Cowboys up in second. Steelers in top 5. Got the Vikings, Texans, Rams, Cowboys, and Steelers. Seahawks, Dolphins, Ravens, Colts, and Bears currently top 10. Another run for the lead. Texans getting underneath them. Seems like when they go into the corner, they push just a little hard and have to let off, and that gives the Vikings time to pull back ahead. 19 laps remaining. Well, we'll see. So I always do that. I hit the wrong button. I want that one. That's it. It's been kind of a quiet race since that accident. I don't know if teams have just decided to take it easy, or probably the ones that know they're going to get the victories are just like, well, we'll just finish the race off and take the win. Apparently the race was not long enough. The teams had to pit because unless they go into the pits when it's just a couple laps left, that would not be good. Dallas Cowboys in fourth. Rams in third. Looks like the Texans have pushed themselves out into the lead. I wasn't thinking about it. These cars mostly run best on short tracks, so what I should have done is the NFL, maybe I'll switch them over next season, run them into some like NASCAR style cars that they can run on super speedways and the faster ovals. Because yeah, you can't get these cars out on like the major super speedways because they're not geared for it. The game don't like them. Lap 140, 10 to go. Houston Texans holding off the Minnesota Vikings. I still think it's going to be a down to the wire to who pulls out the victory. Although you would like to bring home the race victory, neither of these three teams right here are battling each other, so it's kind of a be careful, but do what you got to do to try to get the race win. And we got the Rams right up on the back of the Texans, so it's a three-way battle for the lead with 6 to go. Rams are like, we're going to make this 2 in a row, boys. Get out of my way. The Rams came home and took the victory last week in South Boston. They're just laying back, and they're like, now it's time to make it 2 in a row. Lap 146 and 150. Minnesota back to third place. So if any of you guys were here at the start, what did you think of the new intro and music? I switched that up for this week. We'll run that for a little while. Sorry, all of my screens just went blank in the background. Fortunately, this one didn't, but Texans coming down lap 149. See if the Rams can sneak past them and pull out the victory. I don't think they're gonna. They're a little far back. Around final lap. White flag. Last time around here, can the Rams do anything? Do they have anything for the Texans, or are the Texans going to bring home the victory? Coming off 3 and 4. Houston Texans, checker flag. Race winners. Rams coming up in second, Minnesota in third, Vikings in fourth, Steelers in fifth. Just a minute here, we'll go over the standings. After that huge accident we had, took out quite a few teams. We're going to take a look here. Got the Houston Texans bringing home the race victory. The Rams in second place. The Vikings, Cowboys, and Steelers round out the top 5. Colts, Dolphins, Seahawks, Ravens, and the Buccaneers make it at the top 10. As always, I'll get things posted up, get some pictures and things up onto the Discord here shortly. But if you like, say if you haven't, click that link there at the Discord, join up, follow along with your favorite teams. Don't forget we got a lot of other stuff coming on there. I still haven't figured out, I need to do like I know I'm at 1,180 subscribers, but I need to do a giveaway for everybody when I hit the 1,000 mark. I kind of pushed that off because I'm looking into things to do. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but anyways, thank you guys all for coming in and hanging out with me this morning. It was fun. Took an hour. That's good. Not too long. Still got the whole day to go thing. But I'm going to jump over and get the stats done and get some pictures posted and get that up on Discord. Once again, thank you guys all for coming in and hanging out. We will see you on the next stream. Take care. Have a good one.